Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Good morning.
I'll be going from Matthew 5 and 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. First of all, we must find out what the words mean. In the Greek, it means one who is gentle, courteous, considerate, and it also means to be humble. It is a person who is willing to be in submission to others, who has self-control of one's temper, not one who is easily and ready to retaliate on the devilish people who are doing them harm, by words or deeds. To be meek is to be under control of one's actions in life. To be meek describes our public expressions or even our social positions of sense of humility. People who are meek are willing to themselves as they really are able to take criticism, harm others, who has good dealings with others. A person who looks out for the best interests of those around him, who has integrity. As we look into this, we see the Lord himself had meekness. Let's read Matthew 11, 29 and 30. And it reads, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. Yeah. For I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Take my yoke, it is easy, and my burden is light." Yeah. Yes, sir. And we can see that Jesus himself was meek, and was this it because he had the infinity resources of God at his command. And when I look at what it takes to be meek and what it don't take to be meek, I find myself contrary to some of these things, such as being in control of one's temper. Always ready, I am always ready to retaliate, giving oneself to submission to authority, always and willing to take on anyone at any time. These are my traits that I find hard to get over sometimes. Ready to fight at a moment's notice. I have always had the ability to look at myself with a pure heart and realistic views of myself. As I have always said, I am one who who sees himself as for what I am. I never take a position that I am right on it, or it is right that of things I'm saying about myself. But you see, I believe in realism about myself. So when you want to know about me, all you have to do is ask, and I will give it to you, whether it's the things you want to hear or the things you may not want to hear. I never could go for phony people who on outward appearances, when they're in public, they're giving one image, and then when behind closed doors, they're giving another image. Yes, sir. As we read in Matthew 7:15, okay, it reads, "Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves." See, a lot of us, that's what we do. We're not willing to submit ourselves to authority. We're not willing to see ourselves as we truly are. But I tell you, unless you do, you will no way be meek or have meekness in you. Some folks' business, some of us like to put out Christian folk business to non-Christians. Some of us like to bring approach upon the church. And me personally is not a person who gossips or listens to them that do so. They are not slanderers, given to outbursts of anger. In fact, that is us to turn to 2 Corinthians 12:20. come, I shall not find you such as I wish, and that I shall be found by you such as you do not wish. Lest there be contention, jealousy, outbursts of wrath, selfish ambition, backbitings, whisperings, and conceit and turmoil. See, these are the things that are not that has nothing to do with meekness. So, so my brothers and sisters, in order for us to inherit the earth and get into the kingdom of heaven, we have to do some things that are going to turn our lives around and put us on a path to meekness. Amen. These things were not just came form when it was in the New Testament, but it was also in the Old. And Psalms 37:11, Isaiah 29:19. It was said in those days of old, in order to get our inheritance, we will have to be meek. Some of us want to tell everybody else how to do this, but themselves, they're not willing to do it themselves.
Lord have mercy, preachers.
But God give advice to everybody. But I read in Luke 6:42.
Yes, sir.
And it reads, bear with me a minute here.
Time. Teach us.
And it reads, how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from that is in your eye, when you yourself do not see the plank in your own eye? Hypocrites, first remove the plank from your eye, your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck that's in your brother's eye.
Yes.
And I believe my time is up. Thank you very much for your attention and listening. May God bless us all.
Right now.